It's an honor to invite to the Bema a dear friend and a teacher, Pastor Michael Fisher. I first met Pastor Fisher at a gathering put together by Bishop Ken Ulmer to bring a community together to say we stand with one another against anti-Semitism. We stand with one another against racism, xenophobia of all forms. And Pastor Fisher, you inspire me, you inspire our community, and this is a second home for you, just as Greater Zion Church family is for me and my wife a second home. Thank you for being with us. And how about a round of applause? Some love.
Shabbat Shalom. I bring you greetings from Greater Zion Church family in the beautiful city of Compton, California. I drove here all the way from Riverside to be with you, so I sure could have used one of those buses y'all was talking about. To my dear friend, Rabbi Yoshi, and to Stephen Wise Temple, and it's always an honor and privilege to be able to be with you all. We are all family. I always hear this saying that says that the darkest hour is just before dawn. Leonardo da Vinci said that most painters should start with a splash of black because nature starts in the darkness and then grows to the light. And in Isaiah chapter 43 and 19, he says, "Behold, I will do a new thing. It shall spring forth. It shall break forth." And the next part says something very interesting. Shall you not know it? Shall you not perceive it? It's possible that you could miss it. And as I was thinking on those three things, I was saying to myself that if we are not careful, we will allow the dark times that we are in right now to make us feel as if there is no hope. If we are not careful, we will allow the evil, the atrocities that we are seeing around the world, the terrorism that is plaguing your community as well as mine, to make us feel as if there is no chance for things to get better. But I just believe that this is actually a very strange opportunity for light to spring forth. I really believe that in these dark times that we have an opportunity to be able to show that light has and will always win over darkness. I believe that my generation is being called to a time to break forth and speak truth to power, to make sure that we uphold integrity in a world that seems to have lost theirs, to make sure that we always uphold character and always uphold the principles of God and always allow love to win over hate. From that place, that is the reason why I came on tonight when Rabbi Yoshi asked me to drive across the Red Sea of the 405. Because I just wanted to openly make a declaration from my community to your community that we will not succumb to darkness. And we will not remain silent. Our communities have never been communities that allow fear to silence us and cause us to go and hide in the shadows. This is another opportunity, like we saw during the Civil Rights Movement, for our communities to come arm in arm, hand in hand, and declare to darkness that just as, and I said this before, just as God scattered it when he said, "Let there be light," may God also use us to scatter darkness once more. So my prayer for the community is that God will empower us and that God will strengthen us, that God will go before us to lead us, that God will be behind us to push us, that God will be over us to cover us, that God will be under us to carry us, that God would be inside of us to fill us, and that when it is all said and done, that he would give us victory, that he will navigate the captives back to freedom, and that every single one of them will come home. I close by saying this to you, my friend, and I try not to get too emotional with this. I know what it feels like to feel isolated. I know what it feels like to feel as if maybe as a community you don't have too much help. But I also know what it feels like that in those darkest times for you to see that there's more good than there is evil. I represent Compton. I represent Greater Zion Church family with over 3,000 families. And as long as there is breath in our body, we will stand with the people of Israel. And we will continue to advocate. And we will continue to preach and speak against anti-Semitism and any and all forms of racism and bigotry. And that is my prayer. And we all say together, Amen.